Joe Biden landed in Milwaukee just before noon. At the airport, he held an hour-and-a-half meeting with the family of Jacob Blake, the Kenosha father whose shooting at the hands of police last month sparked protests nationwide and riots in Kenosha. Blake was shot 7 times in the back and is likely paralyzed. Biden says he spoke with Blake for about 15 minutes in the ICU.
He talked about how nothing was going to defeat him, how whether he walked again or not, he was not going to give up.
After the meeting, the Blake family's attorney said in a written statement they talked about changing the disparate treatment of minorities in police interactions, the impact of selecting Kamala Harris as a black woman as his running mate, and Vice President Biden's plans for change. Mr. Blake Sr. talked about the need for systemic reform. Biden's motorcade then traveled the roughly 45 minutes south to Kenosha, where the Democratic presidential nominee held a community meeting with about 24 people inside of the sanctuary at Grace Lutheran Church, saying he would form a commission to deal with the long-standing racial issues in policing.
If I get elected president, I promise you, there will be a national commission on policing out of the White House, where I'll bring everyone to the table, including police chiefs, including civil rights activists, including the NAACP, including the Latino community. And we're going to sit down there and we're going to work it out.
Biden says he views this election as a critical moment in the march toward racial justice.
I think we've reached an inflection point in American history. I honest to God believe we have an enormous opportunity.
Outside of the church, a mostly Biden-friendly crowd lined the streets. Some protesters blocked traffic and held a rally chanting Black Lives Matter and Justice for Jacob. Some who demonstrated worried that after a painful week, visits from both presidential candidates could put the focus on politics instead of social justice.
That's what I don't want it to be. The focus just to be about politics. This is bigger than politics.
And down the block, supporters of President Donald Trump staged their own small demonstration.
I'm out here to make sure that the folks are here know there's another choice.
And this was Joe Biden's first visit to Wisconsin during the 2020 campaign. He'll continue his swing through Midwestern battleground states next week when he visits Michigan.